side of the Etowah River, and I've met this gentleman. Who are you?
They call me Bodine, Jeff Turner.
Bodine, Jeff Turner?
Bodine.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
Bodine.
to meet you. How are you?
Pretty good. You're sitting down here on the side of the river doing some fishing?
Well, we're doing a little action fishing. Actually, we're watching the river on a calm day right here, and just the quietness of the river, the peacefulness.
Is this area, I understand this is owned by some gentleman owned this.
It's actually owned by a fellow named Mr. Floyd. Mr. Floyd owns this. He's the owner of Ladd's up here, the hardware store. And I'm thinking his name's Glenn Floyd.
Yeah.
I may be wrong. I could be wrong on that right there, but his last, I know he's an older fellow, and I know his last name is Floyd.
And he just opens this area up to everybody.
It's open to everybody, but it's actually open to the Boy Scouts is why it was built. He said he come down here, and we talked to him the other day, and he said he actually come down here, and the Boy Scouts was out here in the pouring rain, didn't have a place to go, so he actually built it for the Boy Scouts to have a place to go and sit and eat and get out of the rain and enjoy themselves.
Very nice of him to do that.
Oh, nice gentleman, nice gentleman. Just old country fella.
But it's open to everybody else too, if you want to come down here.
Everybody.
I understand the only rule is clean up after yourself.
Pick your garbage up. That's the rule. That's the rule of thumb. Any place you go, pick your garbage up.
Very nice.
Yeah, don't leave your trash on the side of the road.
Are there any fish out here?
Yes, sir, there is. That young gentleman up there caught one about 3.5 pound largemouth this morning. And there's stripes. There's stripes catfish. It's full of brim. It's got gar running up and down it. You notice right coming here right now, there's some. If your folks, well, we'll see when they get here. There's some large stripes in here. There's spotted bass. There's largemouth bass. There's brim, gar, and they put the sturgeons. They put the sturgeons in about 5 years ago, which they're a catch and release fish, but they're in the river now. And in the history of the Etowah Indians, they were in the river plentiful, but you know they were caught out over the years and gone catfish, channel cat, blue cat.
Right.
Oh, and they're plentiful.
Okay, if I wanted to be guaranteed of catching something, what's the perfect bait?
I'm gonna tell you the best thing to catch catfish. And the catfish gonna be your best. Deep water, Carolina rig, pantyhose with chicken livers inside your pantyhose. Good pole holders like these right here. Good pole holders.
Right.
Throw your rod out there and wait for your rod to go bend, and just let it sit. Enjoy yourself. Get you a good cold beer. Get you a Coca-Cola. Get you a good sandwich, hamburger, hot dog. Put your pole in there, sit out here and look at the river be calm, sit back and take you a nap, and enjoy yourself.
How often do you come down here?
I'm born and raised on this river.
Were you really?
I'm born and raised. I got 55 years on this river, 55 years of fishing. My daddy's 84. I've got 53 years of fishing with my daddy and still fish to this day. And we fished the river, we fished Altoona, Cartersville, we fished all the areas, Blue Ridge, Chattooga, Oconee, we fish them all.
How does this compare?
Well, how's this compare?
To other,
how does this compare to the Chattahoochee?
Yeah, and other fishing areas, yeah.
Chattahoochee's way too fast, way too nasty. But this right here, this is what you call a lazy river. This is where you bring your friends, you tie your rafts together, put your feet over a tube, get your bathing suit on with your suntan lotion, get you a cooler of beer or a cooler of Cokes or a cooler of Sprite, and you lean over the tube and you take your time, you float, you have good conversations, you realize some people have never seen this and they forgot what they appreciate.
Bodine, enjoyed meeting you. Thank you.
We'll float the river one day.
Yes, we will.
Hey, float the river. Get you a good water camera, float the river. The most important thing in life is no matter how fast you go, you'll never think in your mind it's fast enough. That river flows fast enough. It may take 5 hours from yonder to get here, but that's fast enough. Enjoy yourself.
Come on out to Sportsman's Liquidation, located in a Kmart shopping center in Cartersville, Georgia on Main Street. We have everything for every member of the family, moms, dads, brothers, sisters. We have everything from camping, hiking, hunting, fishing equipment, bows. We have bows for the teenagers. We have crossbows, hunting targets, backpacks, you can name it. 50 to 80% off normal retail pricing. Again, come and see us. We're in the Kmart Shopping Center, 441 East Main Street, Cartersville, 770-382-4444. Thank you.
You know, owning rental property is the best investment you can make in real estate, but it also comes with a lot of headaches. Here at Able, we take on those headaches. We take on the burdens of filling those units for you. Call Able, let us fill those vacant units that you may have. Let us take on those headaches. No upfront money out of your pocket. Call us today, 770-607-4001, or catch us online. It's www.ablemanagement.biz. That's B-I-Z. Hey, we look forward to working with you soon.
Everybody, this is the mayor of Cartersville, Matt Santini. You've been in the office how long now?
I started serving in 2008. And so at the end of this year will be my, hopefully, well, by the end of this year it'll be, what is that, 4 years, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So what I'm planning on, not trying to make a formal announcement, but my plans are to run again this fall. So if all goes well, I'll continue to serve in that capacity if the folks will let me.
You feel like under your watch, do you think the city's doing well?
I think so, and you know, I would tell you that we've got a really good council, we've got really good leadership of the city that's mostly responsible for that. Certainly, I think I've made some contributions to that, but a lot of the heavy lifting is done by the city manager and the professionals that have degrees in city governments. From a policy standpoint, I think we've done a good job working with the council and making sure that we're moving forward in the direction that follows our rolling 5-year plan and also our 2030 plan. So. Inherited a position with a lot of good leadership and a lot, I guess an environment that leads to being a successful city, and I think I've done a good job of keeping the ship off the rocks.
I listen to your city council meetings. I've never been to one. Do many people show up?
It depends on the topic. A lot of it's city staffers, or if we're making a presentation, people will show up. Occasionally, if there's a single issue that's coming up that's of concern, you'll have a number of people that show up.
When somebody goes to the podium and you allow people to speak, y'all take it serious? I mean, y'all listen to them and really take notes, and you'll take action if it needs to take action?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, anytime there's a public hearing,
right.
One of the parts that's at least interesting to me is when we have, for instance, a zoning case or an ordinance that takes 2 readings, or there's a public hearing with it. People will ask, well, how are you going to vote on this?
Right.
And the truth of the matter is, you may have an opinion or you've got knowledge that kind of has you leaning in a certain direction, but really, if there's 2 readings and 2 public hearings, I don't ever have my mind fully made up until after that second public hearing, because, if you go into something with a closed mind, then what is the point? I mean, everybody's got something to offer, so I try to keep an open mind to the very end, even though, like I said, I obviously try to educate myself and have what I would consider an educated opinion on where we should go with things prior to that. City
council meetings are usually very smooth. You and the council, y'all very smooth, and you hear a few voices, but y'all do a lot behind closed doors where you have the private meetings and y'all discuss everything that's coming up, correct?
Well, we don't do private meetings. I mean, certainly if there's property acquisition or pending litigation or personnel, we can go into private meetings and discuss that. But a lot of the work gets done actually in the work sessions, and we do our work sessions at 6 o'clock on those first and third Thursday nights prior to our 7 o'clock meeting. We get the information from the city. I'm speaking with Sam or with somebody from the city pretty much daily to kind of stay up on what's happening and what direction we're moving in. But we get our council packet on the Tuesday before the meetings, and so you've got all the information ahead of you. So if you've got a question, you can call and ask and kind of get up to speed. And then, like I said, in the work session is where we get updated and we get everything kind of do all the talking and get everything mashed out. So when we do get into the meetings, we give everything its due time, but we're able to get through it pretty efficiently. And everybody's already got the information and knows how they're going to vote, or feels like they're well informed on the topic, with the exception, of course, when those public hearings take place.
I understand you hired 14 new firefighters.
Well, that's in the budget for next year. Back in 2007 on the SPLOST, one of the big item was a combined police fire station that's going to be built at the corner of Irwin and Cassville Roads, and we're in the process of getting a builder in place. We've already got the design firm in place, but part of that is we're going to need more personnel, because once that fire station, we're going to be closing this fire station that's behind me, Fire Station 1. And at the same time those guys move out to fire station, I guess that'll be the new Fire Station 1, we'll have to reopen the one that's on MLK that's been closed a while. That's the former Fire Station number 2, which will now be Fire Station number 4. So there's going to be additional personnel that's going to be required to run the extra police department. Now we plan on them being on board about March of 2012, so the 12 hirees won't happen until March of 2012. And another part of that you may not have heard is we're in the running for what's called a SAFER grant through the fire department. It's through some government program on the federal level that may provide for funding for those officers for a couple of years. If we're fortunate enough to get that grant, then the money that we put in the budget for those 12 firefighters, that won't hit the books until a couple of years down the road.
Is the budget balanced?
Well, yeah, we're tasked by law to do that.
Oh, are you?
And
okay.
so, we give the city manager and the city staff the task each year. At least we've done it since I've been in office to, we've got to have a budget that's not going to raise the millage rate, and that is going to take care of everything that the city's doing. Now, our budget's about $12 million more than it was last year, but the reason for that is a number of the SPLOS projects, for instance, the police fire building, that's coming from SPLOS money. SPLOS money is different than operating money. A lot of people don't understand that. These projects, the money is collected for them. We put off building the police and fire until we had the money in hand, instead of floating bonds ahead of time to do it. But the SPLOS money that's been collected and saved is going to those buildings, and they hit our budget this year. The operating of the city stays pretty much at the same level.
There's more coming out of our pocket.
Well, the millage rate's staying the same.
Okay.
And so I would say no. Some would say, well, you're raising you're raising the water rates, and we do that every year. We raise them 5%, and the philosophy that the city has always taken is that it's better to have that 5% increase every year, which tabulates to about $1.50 a month for everybody's bill. So you're talking $18 a year additionally for water. And I know that every penny is precious, but we feel that it's better to go ahead and slowly increase that as our costs rise and as more things are demanded of the city from a state and a federal standpoint, than if we were to hold off for 5 years and then hit everybody with a 30% increase like you hear Atlanta and some of the other cities do. So we do have a small increase, and that goes towards the operation of the water department. And we're a lot of people don't realize we're a large utility company. We provide water, we provide gas, we provide sewer. Water, gas, and electric are the three main ones. And of those three, we take transfers from those utility funds that help fund the operating of the city. And that's why, from a city management and operations standpoint, we use about 1.4 mils of property tax. And that's another reason why throughout this economic downturn we've been able to weather the storm a lot better than many other cities, is because we're relying more on those utility transfers than property taxes.
So State of the Union, or State of Cartersville, overall, we're doing great.
I can confidently say that, and I'll also tell you that despite the increase in the water, if you take a look, and we've got slides that if somebody wants them, they can send me an email at cartersvillemayor@yahoo.com, and I'll be glad to provide them for you. But if you take a look at the comparatives between the utility rates in water, gas, and electric compared to other providers, we're the lowest. We're lower than Georgia Power. Our residential rates are. We're lower than Atlanta Gas Light and a lot of the other gas providers that are throughout the city of Atlanta. And our water rates, like I said, we're one of, if not the lowest in the region. And so we continue to be the low-cost provider in utilities. And I think things are going real well for the city. And I hope the citizens are appreciative of that as well.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for joining us on Cartersville Uncut.
My pleasure.
Has your old lawnmower got you down? Do you have weeds driving you crazy in your yard? Do your kids need something fun to ride? Come see us at Red Top Mower. We carry lawnmowers, weed eaters, backpack blowers, chainsaws, hedge trimmers. We're at 21 Kelly Clark Court on the corner of Highway 41, just 10 miles south of Main Street in Cartersville. We're on the web at www.redtopmower.com, and we're on Twitter and Facebook. Our number is 770-966-7779. Red Top Mower.
Hi, I'm Larry Jennings with First Response Plumbing. We fix water lines, sewer lines, camera, jet, repair faucets, whatever you might need as far as plumbing, give us a call. The name is First Response Plumbing, 770-386-5222. Thanks again, First Response Plumbing.
First Response Plumbing.
Hi, I'm Mark Kinney, owner of Kona Ice. I'm here to talk to you about our birthday package. For $45 plus $2 per guest, Kona Ice will bring the truck, the lights, the music, the excitement to your park, pool, or even to your home for a birthday party. All your guests will receive a small cone of ice and a temporary tattoo from Kona Ice. The birthday guests will receive a King Kona, the large size, temporary tattoo, a flower lei, and a t-shirt. That's $45 plus $2 per guest from Kona Ice. 404-271-5887.
I'm out here with Ron at Red Top Mower. What is that? It's a four-wheeler? What?
ATV, four-wheeler.
People buy that just for pure recreation, or is there any useful?
Pretty much. You got a farm or lake property or something, good to get around on.
Really? So people are people buying those? Or in this economy, with people, are people buying those?
Yeah, because we sell a lower priced unit that's affordable. $1,000, $1,500 you can get into a go-kart or an ATV that the kids can ride.
That's lower priced. I mean, that's lower than
compared to the name brands or $4,000 and $5,000 starting point.
No kidding.
It's pretty reasonable.
You get a warranty with that.
Oh yeah, give a 6-month warranty on them.
That's pretty good. You'll take care of them.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got all the parts and service for everything we sell.
Wow, neat. All right, right in the middle of summer here, coming up on July. What's the latest toy? What do people have to take care of their yard?
Well, we carry a little bit of everything. If it's got a gas engine on it, just about we carry it for the yard, work and play, whatever.
Is there a hot item right now? Is there something?
Go-karts are definitely in. Of course, everybody's cutting grass. But
a go-kart is in?
Go-karts are fun for everybody, kids or adults. We got a full line of them. So whether you just want to ride in the yard or really get serious and go off-roading.
How much horsepower?
They start at about 6.5 horsepower and go up to about 20 horsepower.
How fast will the 20 horsepower go?
Does about 60.
You can buy a go-kart that goes 60 miles an hour.
You got a good place to ride it there, so they're a lot of fun.
60 miles an hour. You got one?
Yeah.
It'll go 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Can you show it to me?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's see. I want to see a 60-mile-an-hour go-kart. I'm curious. All you kids out there watching, go get your daddy right now, and maybe he'll buy you one. Go get your daddy and mommy and say, "Mommy, Daddy, come watch this."
Trey pulled out the 300
What is it, behind a gate or something?
He's still pulling stuff out. I'll get him to pull it out.
Here at Red Top Mower, and who are you?
Trey.
Trey, this is a go-kart right here?
Yes, sir.
That's a fancy Is this a go-kart or four-wheeler? Or the same thing nowadays?
It's the hybrid with the suspension that's on this go-kart. It's got the ground clearance of a four-wheeler.
Right.
But with the riding capabilities of a go-kart.
Let me look at the seat here. I'm looking at it. You don't have to do anything. I'm just looking at the seating arrangement. That's a nice toy. That's all it is, the toy. I mean, what are the benefits? I mean, you can pull hay behind it or something? I mean, what do you do with it?
Yes, sir. With this go-kart here, it's a 300cc, and it's got a trailer hitch on the back. It's got a good towing capability. It doesn't have the high-low for climbing mountains and things like that, but it does have the capability to haul trailers and other types of equipment.
60 miles an hour?
Yes, sir.
Kids can ride this in their own yard?
Oh, yes.
Not against the law?
No. As soon as you put it on the street, it is.
Right. What a nice toy. Kids, go get your parents right now. Tell them this is what you want. That is sharp. They weren't this fancy when I was a kid.
Well, things change over time.
All right, start it up. Let's see what it'll do. That's right, kids. Go work your parents. Put them on a guilt trip. Here you go. That is nice. Every kid ought to have one of those. If your grades are good in school and you're doing what a kid should be doing, you should get one of these, right?
Yes, sir. Decently priced too.
Red Top Mower, everybody. Thank you, Trey.
Yes, sir.
If you need a tan or you pale,
Soleil Tan, Weston Commons Shopping Center.
come in for a great tan. You're sitting on the couch, get up, come in, we'll walk you through it.
Soleil Tan, Weston Commons Shopping Center.
You don't want to wait, you come in too.
Soleil Tan, Weston Commons Shopping Center.
You need a great tan, need great customer service.
Soleil Tan, Weston Commons Shopping Center.
That I get asked all the time is, what's your favorite thing to eat? And of course, I always say everything, because everything's good. Regardless if you like pork or chicken, we've got you covered, and we have the best vegetables ever. So come and eat at Slopes, so next time somebody asks you what your favorite thing to eat is, you know exactly what to tell them.
JB Tate, what are we standing in front of right now?
We're at the Cooper Furnace day-use area, and before the Civil War, beginning back in the early 1840s, there was a town here. When you come today, the only thing you see is a structure in the background, and that's an iron furnace. There were 6 of those iron furnaces in Bartow County before the war. Most people assume this is the only one left. Actually, there's 4 more located in the county. But back to the village of Etowah. This was the largest town north of Atlanta in North Georgia before the Civil War. It was a major operation here, a big industrial complex in a state that virtually was known only for agriculture. For example, let me just give a quick summary here. If you were in Etowah before the war, it had an international workforce between 500 and 600 laborers, including some 100 blacks. The employees included miners, furnace workers, mill operators, carpenters, timber cutters, charcoal manufacturers, etc. The thriving little town had a combination of school and church, a boarding house, a bordello, a bank, post office, a brewery, a company store, and log houses for the workers and their families. So obviously it was a major operation. During the Civil War, because they were making cannons at that point out of the iron that was being produced here, then it was a major target for General Sherman to destroy the village. So consequently, everything was destroyed except this iron furnace. The ruins of the town were still in existence until Allatoona Dam was built in the 1940s. And today the town is underwater. If you go out to Allatoona Dam, which is the deepest part of the of the lake, the town is right behind the dam underwater. So it was a major operation in its era. One thing I neglected to mention was I pointed out they had a nail factory here. Well, when I first read that years ago, that didn't resonate with me that was so important, until I read an article one time, and again, this is before the Civil War, and people moved around a lot back in those days. They wear out their farmland. There's always new land to the west. So it was not unusual, because nails were so scarce in that era, that people would burn their house down to get the nails, and then take the nails with them when they migrated out further west to new land. I thought that was just an interesting twist on the subject here.
This is Tim Wilson. We're at Wilson's Auto and Towing, Inc. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
All right, what's the history of Wilson's Auto and Towing?
The history is we started out in Emerson as Altoona Shell. My dad started the business in 1969. We were there till '81 and then moved over to Cassville Road at Cass Shell service station business, and he passed away in '87. His name was Billy Wilson. Everybody called him Muley, was his nickname. When he passed away, I stayed there for a year and then moved here on 41, right here by Shaw Industries. Been here since 1988.
How old were you when you started working for your dad?
I was 9 years old. I started out at Altoona Shell boxing pink worms, to sell fish bait, and pumping gas, and just doing sweeping, cleaning up, and that's how I got started.
Did you want to do this, or your dad had you do this?
Well, I didn't really want to do it. I wanted to be playing with my buddies, and but he had me do it, and I kind of wish I would have had my son down here when he was 9. He's 16, and I'm wanting him to take over for me, and maybe he'll get the hang of it.
So your son now is working for you. You're training the next generation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, he's training. He takes shop at Cartersville High School, and he's you know, he can do brakes and minor stuff. He's supervised while he's doing it to make sure it's done right, and he's coming along.
All right, what all do you do here at Wilson's Auto and Towing? What are you known for?
Well, we do all types of mechanic work, foreign and domestic, transmissions, engines, brakes, oil changes, minor to major, just anything that you need. If we can't do it, we know who does it. We don't do front end alignments, and we don't do exhaust work, but we sub that out. We have good friends and affiliates that does that for us.
But you stand behind what you do, and
yes, sir. We guarantee our work, and if you have a problem with it, I'll make you happy.
How long you lived here in Cartersville? How long you lived in this area?
Born and raised in Cartersville on Grassdale Road. My grandmother's still lives there. She's 94.
Huh.
Her name's Bertha Wilson. A lot of people probably knows her. I was born in 1960. Been living here all my life.
You like the changes? You like where the city's going?
Yeah, I like where it's going. I think it's.
Is it a big city to you now? Is this a big city?
To me, it's a big city. I have customers that come in here, and this building's been here since the '60s, and I have customers that's old timers that come in here. Well, I'm kind of an old timer now, but I have customers come in here and say, I used to rabbit hunt down through here, down the side of this highway right here, when there wasn't nothing here. So, yeah, it's grown a lot in the past 15, 20 years.
So when you were here as a kid, what was right here? Just woods, or what was it?
Well, when I was a kid, when I was a kid in the 60s, this building that I'm in, it started out as a Chevron station, and I was actually a Chevron station until I got out of the gas business about 15 years ago.
Right.
And it was actually an old Chevron. Well, it was a new Chevron station back then, but now it's an older building, but we've remodeled it and built on, and we got plenty of room to work, so we enjoy what we do.
All right, being here all your life, when you walk through Walmart, does everybody? How many times you get recognized? People say, "Hey," I mean, how many times people you got to stand to talk to people?
I can't hardly go to Walmart. I go to Walmart to run in there and get something. I'm in Walmart for an hour talking before I can get out of there, and I really have to keep my wife out of there. I got a friend who told me he and I needed to go in together and buy a Walmart. We'd come out cheaper because our wife spends so much money in there.
Everybody, this is Tim Wilson, Wilson Auto and Towing. Tell everybody where you're located.
We're located at 748 Joe Frank Harris Parkway. We're across from Home Depot and Cartersville Muffler, right beside Shaw Industries. Like I say, we've been here since 1988, and if you need any car work done, we'll be glad to do it. If you need towing, we'll be glad to do that, and we'll treat you right.
Thank you, Tim Wilson.
Thank you.
Reflections is a full-service medical spa. We have doctors, nurses, master cosmetologists, masseuse. If you are worried about signs of aging, we definitely have things that can help you with that. We have Botox, we have Radiesse and Juvederm, which are dermal fillers. We have Latisse to help you have beautiful eyelashes. We have Jane Iredale makeup, which is a full mineral makeup, which is great for your face. We also carry a full line of prescription medical products here for your face. Things that you're not going to be able to get without a prescription. Our doctors can help you with that. We want you to look as young as you can, as easily as you can, and we can definitely help you that at Reflections.
Trust your residential concrete work to the professionals with over 34 years of experience in the industry. Call the experts at Richard Barnes Concrete. We specialize in driveways and slabs, curbing, retaining walls, driveway removals and replacements, and patios. Color and stamping are also available. At Richard Barnes Concrete, free estimates are available, and we are fully licensed and insured. So trust your residential concrete work to the professionals with over 34 years of experience in the industry. Call the experts at Richard Barnes Concrete today.
Concludes the seminar. Thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure having you. Hey, I'm Frank Cipolla from Common Sense Computers. For 29 years, we have been providing IT solutions to our customers' IT needs. From shop floor installations at Panasonic to systems integration at AT&T, we have done the job. We're now wanting to help Bartow County companies improve their bottom line by using technology. If you have a technology need, give us a call. Look at our website at www.datahog.net. Use common sense to solve your IT problems. Thank you.
Hi there, welcome to Blue Skies Riding Academy. We offer lessons, summer camps, birthday parties, group programs, team building programs, just about anything you can think of. We're located here in beautiful Emerson, Georgia. We've got 24 horses who would probably love to meet you. Find us on the web at blueskiesridingacademy.com to learn more about us, and we look forward to meeting you.
Everybody, I want to introduce you to Joyce Myers. Is that right, Joyce Myers?
Yes.
Met you on Facebook.
Yes, we did.
You're very active on the Cartersville UNCUT Facebook page.
Love it.
And you have a very interesting story.
Yes, I do.
First off, tell everybody how long you've been clean.
I have got I say 33 months because I thought it was 34, but it's 33 because August the 18th it'll be 3 years. So it's 33.
You proud of that?
Absolutely. Oh yes, it's been a struggle, a daily struggle.
but it's a struggle I have to continue fighting every day because I'm not going to go back there. It's just not worth it. Meth is the scourge of everybody, and like I said the last time, it knows no social boundaries. You can be a president and CEO of a company straight down to the homeless person you see next door or living on the street. It can happen to anybody. You know, I never thought it would happen to me, and unfortunately it did, and it took a lot of my life away.
When did you get hooked on meth?
July of 2003.
And were you already doing other drugs when you
I had experimented with other drugs, but it wasn't something that was a constant thing. At the time when I thought I was getting a quarter of crank, it turned out to be a quarter of meth.
So wait a minute, you got hooked on meth because you were looking for crank.
Correct.
And so that's how you were introduced to meth.
Yes.
And that was when?
July of 2003. I was in a relationship at the time, and we had broke up, and I went out, thought I'd just party for the weekend, and I told a friend to get me a quarter, and she did, and I was like, let's go to the bathroom and do a line. She goes, oh, no, let's go to my house. I said, I got a better way of doing it, and once I hit that first bowl, it was on. There was no
Have you been
stopping
doing
me.
drugs all your adult life?
No.
Okay.
I can say I was 18 before I ever smoked a joint, and I didn't like it. Hated marijuana. It gave me a headache. The first time I ever did actual drugs like crank, I did it unknowingly. My first husband had put it in, and his sister had put it in my drink right after the birth of my child. And then when I did try it on my own, it wasn't something I did every day. It was something I would do like maybe on a weekend, and then 6-7 months later I might do it again, but it wasn't something that was an everyday thing. And there was years that would go by that I wouldn't do anything. So it wasn't until I actually did meth that I became addicted, and it was an everyday ongoing thing. It was just like a love affair for me.
How much did you spend every day?
And didn't spend really a whole lot because of me having customers that would purchase from me what they purchased, what enabled me to have my own. So I didn't really spend money out of pocket for it.
You got busted.
Yes, I did. Got picked up March of 2006 with simple possession, and I went to court a year later, took first offenders, got 5 years probation, a fine, and community service. I went to Women's Outreach 2007. I spent 48 days there and left after 48 days. Still managed to stay clean for about a year, not quite a year, and I relapsed. And when I went in to report on probation, August 21st, I tested positive, and they revoked my probation.
So you went to jail?
Yes, 27 months total is what I did incarcerated, with 7 months left on parole.
That's a long time.
Yes, it is. I lost a lot.
What did you lose?
My daughter turned 18 years old, 19 years old. She had her prom. I didn't get to help her pick her dress, do her hair, makeup, nothing. She graduated high school. I wasn't there. My mom passed away last year, October the 2nd, to cancer. I wasn't able to be there. And I missed out on a lot, just, a lot in life. And that wasn't just being incarcerated. I missed out on a lot before that during my addiction because I just checked out of everything. Checked out of reality. It was just, it was funner not to face reality. But once I had to, it's...
Now you have kids.
Yeah. Yes, my son's 22.
He's not a real good role model.
No, not really. I will never be Mother of the Year. I can't change the past, but I can hopefully make a better future for him and do things better for him. I'm doing the best I can, and I can't say it's an easy struggle. It's not. It's a daily chore. There's days when sometimes I feel like I wish I was just back in prison, because there I knew what it was expected of me, and I didn't have to. I don't know what I'm trying to say about that. It was just easier because I knew what time I had to get up, I knew what I had to do, and I knew where I had to be. And I didn't have to. Am I doing this right? Or do they still hold it against me? And I didn't. It wasn't.
So you're very sorry about all this.
Oh, yeah.
You're very sorry.
Oh yeah.
You had it to do over again, you would not.
Oh, absolutely not. No way.
How do you talk if you know somebody that's on meth? What do you say to them just to get them to quit, or can you talk to them to get them to quit?
You can talk to them, But until they actually truly experience and have to go through what I went through.
So they got to hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
You
And
have.
sometimes when they hit rock bottom, that's still not enough. I hit rock bottom when I got arrested, but the day I went to court, I was high. The day I reported for probation, I was high. You know, when I went into the courtroom, I was out, my boyfriend was out in the lobby trying to score some stuff. You know, I still hit rock bottom, and I still didn't care. You know, and that's just the way meth is. You know, and I hate it. I mean.
How easy is it to, right now this is, I'm not telling anybody where we're at, but we're right here.
Cartersville is Methville.
What do you mean?
It's the scourge of Cartersville.
No, I hear that meth is easy to find around Cartersville, but.
Yeah, you go around the corner and find it. I mean, you see how nice this apartment complex is. It doesn't mean it's not here.
Well, how come if it's so obvious, why isn't it?
Because it's so easy to make. And it's so easy to get the stuff. I mean, when they put a ban on so many cold pills that you could buy, they didn't stop people. They found other ways. You don't need cold pills to make meth. You know, they got stuff now that they call shake and bake. You can make it within 24 hours. You don't have to wait this 28 days to grow it in a fish aquarium and hide it.
So what are you saying? You're not going to be able to stop it. You just can't stop it. It won't be. What are you saying?
I've stopped using. There's no way I'm going back.
Have you stopped because you don't want to go back to jail, or have you stopped because you genuinely want to quit? Are you trying to get past probation? What's going on here?
I wanted to quit before I ever got caught.
Really?
I kept begging my boyfriend, let's just stop. I'm tired of this. I can't keep doing this. I'm over this. But it's easier said than done.
Right.
It's like people say, well, just get help. Help's not that easy. It's really not. There was only one place that I could go to that state paid for, and that was Women's Outreach in Rome. And the only reason why I got in is when I was already on the wait list, had been on the wait list, I think 6 months. And when defects got involved is when I finally got a bed. Because it's more for parents who have kids.
Yeah.
You know, because you can have your kids with you. If they're at 12 and under, then they can be there with you. But because the judge told me when I first went to court, if I could find a rehab, then we would revisit, you know, and I went to rehab. When I came back, he would see about, you know.
Right.
But everywhere I tried, they wanted $5,000 to $12,000 up front.
So it's a money-making business.
Yeah.
It's money-making. It's not real.
Yeah, and, you know.
It's hard to find people that will help you.
Yeah. And people that know what they're doing. I appreciate all these people out there that try to help, but until they have actually been in that situation, and not just with the meth addiction, but any type of addiction, they really don't know what we're going through, and what we've been through, or where we've been. You know?
No, I understand, yeah.
You know, if you've never had an addiction problem, then how can you tell me what I'm doing wrong or what I need to change in my life? That's what I don't understand. And that was one of my problems with the RSAT program. Every one of the counselors, you know, were like, well, you need to do this, blah, 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 blah. Well, you don't know where I'm coming from. You don't know what my life has been like. And then the GDC officers, they treated us like crap. I mean, it was awful. We had to ask permission to enter, and not when I was an inmate at, like, Pulaski, when I was at Alto for the RSAT program, which is a rehab program inside the prison, at Arundel State Prison. You had to ask permission to the officer to enter and exit the restroom. You had to ask permission to speak. You couldn't even walk the compound. You couldn't do anything without. I mean, it was just like your life was gone.
Yeah.
You didn't get not called by your first name. Your first name was inmate, and then you were inmate Myers or whatever your last name was. You know, your identity was gone. You were no longer that person. But like I said, if they've never had any type of addiction problem, they really, I mean, they can have the degree, they can have.
So you've got people that want to quit.
Yes.
But there's just not help unless you've got a big, and you don't have the pockets to.
Yeah.
You don't.
You don't. You know, that show Intervention. It's wonderful for these people because the A&E pays for them to go to these programs.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for them, these people wouldn't be able to get off the dope like they do. You know, and realistically, watching the show, sometimes I was like, 2 months later, 90 days later, there's no way they're that well. There's not. You know, I know most programs are 90 days long, but
it's
it's hard. I mean, like I said, 48 days, and I walked out and I wanted to use it, but I didn't. And I stayed clean for almost a year before I relapsed again.
Joyce, I hope you make it for the rest of your life.
I do too.
And I enjoyed meeting you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you for letting me. I appreciate it. But like I said, you know, I want to say one more thing. If I ever do go back, if I ever do go back to using, there's no way out for me. It's death next. It will kill me because my body just can't take no more. And that's another reason why I will never go back to using, because I don't want to die.
Thank you, Joyce.
Thank you.
Hey Cartersville, this is Amanda at Southeastern Auto Works. We just wanted to remind you to stop by and see us. Here at Southeastern Auto Works, we handle classics, customs, and collisions. We can do paint, body work, mechanical, and we can save deductibles on most insurance claims. You can go to our website at www.southeasternautoworks.com, or you can call us at 770-606-0665.
JDH Electric LLC provides quality electrical services to residential, commercial, and industrial clients. A family-owned business, JDH Electric is dedicated to customer satisfaction. Whether you need installation, service, or repairs, JDH will be there. And with 24/7 emergency service, help is only a phone call away. In Northwest Georgia and the Metro Atlanta area, call JDH Electric. One call for all your electrical needs.
Of people behind you right now washing cars. Who are they and what is this about?
I'm Danielle. I'm Vice President of our Cass High School Cheerleading Booster Club Committee. Behind me you have our Cass High School Cheerleaders. We have JV, football, and competition girls here helping to raise money for the girls. This will help cover uniform costs, entry fees to the competitions, and any other needs that we may have for the girls this year to compete and do varsity football. We are right now at Sonic's on Saturday doing the cheerleading car wash. We will be having another one in a couple of months in August, so please keep a lookout on this page and look for that further information. We'd be glad to see you. It will be another free car wash. Any donations are gladly accepted, and we hope you come out to support us.
How expensive is it for uniforms and stuff?
Right now we're looking at combining 2 uniforms into one, and it's $260 per girl.
Wow!
So, and that's per uniform.
You can't just tell the parents buy it. Look, if you want
we
your daughter.
can, but because of the economy right now,
Right.
it is harder for parents to do this, and this gives our girls something good, healthy, physical to be able to participate in,
Right.
and something that keeps them out of trouble. So that's what we're looking for.
Are people stepping up and having their car washed?
They are. So far, we've had around 10 cars this morning. It's been a little overcast. We haven't done as well this morning. However, we have raised about $100 so far, so that's about $10 a car.
Now, can people just donate? You said
They can. They do not have to get their car washed. We have had people come by that did not have time but wanted to donate.
And if they want to do that, how do they do it?
If they want to donate that, they can contact us. I do have a Facebook page.
What is it?
It is, my name is Danielle Lavelle Gentry. You can look me up on Facebook.
Okay.
We also have the Cass High. If you'd like to contact the Cass High School and let them know you're interested in making a donation, we'd be happy to do that as well.
Danielle, very nice to meet you. And
Nice to meet you too.
Good luck on your car wash.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. See you in August.
Thank you. Doing good, sir.
David Bob for commissioner.
It's gonna happen.
David Bob for commissioner.
Vote for me.
I'll be his campaign manager. Send your money to Fred. It's FDIC. Fred's Deposit Insurance.
We want you to come back and bring others. Bring your mother and your daddy.
The store, pretty women and every. We look forward to having you. Right next door.
It's a very huge airsoft department with a lot of good selection.
David, how we doing?
We're doing good, Johnny Mitchell.
Glad to be here.
It's Johnny Mitchell with Alan Sanders. What are y'all plotting and planning?
Take over the world.
Same thing we do every night, Brain. Just having a good time.
Having a good time.
Actually, I am really, this is awesome. A great turnout. Contractors Association, Bartow Business Connection, everybody's trading video. I'm almost out of business cards. I've been handing
That's
out so many.
fantastic. And that's what it's about. You know, that's what it's about. So I'm glad everybody's here, folks. Y'all need to come out, need to come to these things. It works. It really works.
Absolutely. I've given out at least 50 business cards. So ajsproductions.com. Check it out. You need a website? Come on out.
There you go.
Free plug, right?
Hi, I'm Tom Riddle with Preferred Heating and Air Conditioning. We've been serving Cartersville and Bartow counties since 1998. We have a fleet of 7 trucks on the road to serve you day and night, 24 hours a day. If you have problems with your home or your business, please give us a call, 770-383-9001. Again, the name says it all. We are Preferred.
Dr. Louis, what can I get for you? Hey, welcome to Louis. We're here Monday through Friday from 6:30 to 2. We do breakfast and lunch. We have call-ahead order, catering, drive-through service. Anything that you need, we can take care of you. And we're now open on Fridays from 5:30 to 9 for dinner, coffee and desserts, and we're also open on Saturday for full breakfast and lunch from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We look forward to seeing you soon.
We have Grandma's Chicken Salad.
We have fresh baked muffins and tasty treats.
We have sub sandwiches and hot grilled paninis on homemade bread.
And don't forget about our coffee. We've got a specialty house blend that's roasted for us weekly, as well as a full line of coffee espresso drinks. We can make them how you like.
We can't wait to see you at Louis Cafe.
Need a side-by-side refrigerator, freezer, washer, dryer, stove, treasure chest outlet, sofa, love seat, china cabinet, dining room table, the sofa that thinks it's a bed, treasure chest outlet. What's your entertainment pleasure? Old school, new school, really old school, treasure chest outlet, across from Hobby Lobby, 188 North Morningside Drive. Also check us out on the web at www.treasurechestoutlet.com.
Shopping Center at Byers Wellness Center. How long have you been here?
Almost 3 years.
You're Dr. Byers.
Correct.
This is the first time I've ever walked in here. What is Byers Wellness Center?
Primarily what we do here is that we offer hormone replacement for men and women, and it's bioidentical hormone replacement.
Men need hormone replacement?
That's correct.
Okay.
And bioidentical means that it's hormones, estradiol and testosterone for the ladies, testosterone for the men, just like you already have circulating, just more of it.
How do I know if I'm low on testosterone?
Well, we go by your symptoms, and I also do blood levels.
If I am low, isn't that just part of aging, or what is,
Certainly. Men lose 1 to 2% of their testosterone per year after age 30. So by 50, or let's say 40 to start with, that's one decade, you've lost anywhere from 10 to 20% of your testosterone prior to age 40.
All right, being in my late 50s, what would it do for me to have to increase my testosterone?
Okay, if you got your testosterone back to where it was prior, you would have more energy, clarity, ability to prioritize, libido comes back, morning erections come back. There's also less moodiness, and people in general say the fog has lifted. They have clarity of thinking, and in general feel like they did when they were in their 20s and early 30s.
Wow. And so people actually tell you that, I mean, this works.
We have a 99% success rate.
So just a little more of everything. Just a little, that's good. All right, if people are interested, what do they need to do? Make an appointment to come see you, or they have to be recommended by a doctor? How does this work?
No recommendations are necessary. You simply call our office, and my front desk person will tell you that what we need to do is get a packet filled out, so you can give me all your personal information, and then we will draw labs to see where your labs are, and I put all that together and determine a dosage for you.
Dr. Byers, Byers Wellness Center here in Weston Commons. Thank you for joining us on Cartersville Uncut.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Something very exciting is coming to Cartersville, and it's being brought to us by Evelyn Ashley Boutique. This is Karen Lynch. Karen, what's the weekend that this is going to happen, this big event?
We're having what's called the Tennessee Treasures Tent Sale, and it's happening July 8th through 10th.
And what exactly is that?
We are going to have, we love to feature all the vendors and the businesses in the area, local artists especially. A lot of unique things that you probably won't find anywhere else are going to be here. We're going to have 20 plus vendors.
Wow, and right here at the Evelyn Ashley Boutique, you say it's going to be behind your store?
Yes, there's going to be plenty of parking in the front, and we're going to have food and other activities in the back along with the vendors. Hoping for spacewalks, other fun things.
Okay, how long have you been in this building?
I've been in this building for 6 years.
Okay, and now all of a sudden you come up with this. Never before. This is a first for Evelyn Ashley. How did this come about?
Well, actually, one of my merchants actually came up with the idea. She'd been to many craft shows and seen them done, and I had often thought about doing something like this in the past because I've been told, hey, you know, this is your place too, go for it. And I've just never really had the guts to beforehand, to be honest. But now she's given me the knowledge I need and the extra little push, and so we're going to get this going and see how it goes.
You're going to have food?
Food, yes. And we got the Kona Ice truck going to be here.
Man.
Give everybody some nice, cool treats.
And stuff to look at?
Stuff to look at.
You say it's tents? There's going to be tents, or what is this? You mean canopies?
Yes, everybody's going
to
bring their own little cover. I just call it Tennessee tent just because TTT. It all kind of goes together. So, but yeah, everybody brings their own tents and everything, and that way everybody has their own coverage. But it'll be outdoors. Hopefully, it'll be a beautiful weekend. And
all right, tell everybody again, what weekend is this?
It's going to be July 8th through 10th, Friday through Sunday.
And it's going to be right here at Evelyn Ashley, right behind. You'll be able to see all the commotion, and there'll be a lot of parking out front.
Lots of parking out front. Look for the Kona Ice truck, and it'll lead the way to all the fun. It'll be behind the building at 1003 North Tennessee Street in Cartersville.
Now, if somebody wants to be a vendor, how do they do it?
Just contact me. The best way is Facebook at the Evelyn Ashley, or you can also contact me at eaboutique@hotmail.com for information.
Karen Lynch, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we look forward to it.
We do too. I'm very excited.